Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over kind of like getting started with Linux, like the basics. If you watch some other videos like how to install a virtual machine and how to upload Kali and get VMware, this is kind of building off of that to get you guys started learning Linux. If you have Kali signed up, Ubuntu, whatever Linux flavor that you have running, if you'll log in. So this one, nothing is Kali. If you set up a virtual machine for your username and password. Just waiting on it to finish login. We're going to open up a terminal. Here at the top you'll see terminal emulator. We're going to click on this. And some people are intimidated by Linux mainly because of this terminal or like a command line. For some of you guys it's Windows users. I'm going to be honest, it is really intimidating in the beginning, but if you learn a little bit at a time, within 6 months, a year, you'll be really good at moving around like the file structure and the directories and like what commands you need to use and where you need to use them. So I'm just going to be going over kind of 5 kind of simple starter commands today in this video, just to kind of get your feet wet a little bit and get you started. kalilinux, like you can see here, it has a what's called a GUI, which is a graphical user interface. So you can look here and like we're going to do, first command is going to be pwd, which is print working directory. It's going to show us that we're in the home/Kali folder. You can also do this graphically. If you'll go up here, we're going to do open folder, and you'll see that we're kind of in the home folder here as well. We're in the home Kali folder. So you see desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, videos, and a password list that I made from another video. So, but just take note of this: desktop, documents, downloads, music. Like you can visually see this, like it's easier to maneuver around and click desktop, recent, computer. Okay. So on the terminal side or command line, if you're, like I said, if you're a Windows user, the next command we're going to go over is ls, which is to list the contents of the directory that we're in. So when we hit ls, you're going to see desktop, documents, downloads, music, password, text. So the same thing that you see here is also the same thing that you see here. This is just a visual representation of what you see versus just being in the terminal here. So hope that's kind of clear for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, then just be sure to comment below and we can address them as the future goes. But I'm going to do a couple more videos kind of building off this. It'll probably be, I don't know, probably somewhere between 3 to 4 videos, nothing real in depth, but just kind of get you started. There's several tutorials out there as Linux, and there's tons of resources that you can do, like looking through Google and that kind of stuff. So you close this back out. So 2 commands we have already is pwd and we have ls. So we're going to build off that. So once you log in, say you're curious what user you are, if you're running as root. What's root is like the know all, like power of the whole system's like the administrator level of what like Windows is. So to kind of find out who you are, you literally just going to type who am I, hit enter, and it's going to tell you that you're Kali, which is what's default. If you've set up your own Linux machine, this may be your name or whatever login name that you set up, that'll be what's in here. So pretty simple. Hopefully this helps with the intimidation, guys, and get you to want to learn, get into Linux, because it's very useful and it's kind of still in demand. So the next one that we're going to kind of look at is we're going to do ls-la, which is this. And what this does is it's going to list any hidden files that are naturally hidden in Linux, kind of the same way with Windows. Windows sometimes hides your files in it as well, so you'll have to do show hidden files. So we're going to do that and hit enter. This is going to list every file that you don't see that's normal with listed with the ls command. So as you see here, we have burp suite, cache, config, sudo as admin, successful, x authority, x session. So a lot of this you don't see if we're just doing the ls command like we did before. See how much more it expands and shows you once you do the -la on top of it. And if you're wondering about all this RWX, R dashes. We're going to get into this later in another video, but what this is just the permissions for the file that it's attached to, such as the owner, the user, like the group, or like what their access is. But like I said, we'll get into that to a later video. So we have, let's going to recap, we have pwd, ls, who am I, ls-la, and then the last one we'll go over in this video and kind of cover with you is what's the cd command. I'll go ahead and clear some of this out and go back to the top of the screen. So cd stands for change directory. So, and if you'll look, when we do ls, the words that are in blue, like his documents, downloads, music, pictures, those are all directories. This word that's in white is a file. So, say I want to look in my downloads directory. So, and also with Linux, it is case sensitive, unlike Windows, where as long as you type it, it kind of gets it. It is case sensitive when it comes to Linux framework. So, I'm going to do cd for change directory, capital D, and we'll do downloads. Hit enter. Okay, doesn't look like anything happened. So there's nothing running, you don't see anything, but if you'll notice here it says downloads. So there's no error. So this is how Linux kind of does things. Like you don't really see a lot going on, but the command runs. If there's an error, they will tell you there's an error. So now that we're in the downloads, we can do ls again. And you'll see what we have in our downloads. This is OPVN. It's what I use when I'm doing like TryHackMe for like a virtual private network. So to go back, we can do change directory and pick another directory, or we can do ... and hit enter, and that's going to bring us right back where we were. So again, guys, if you want to do change directory, let's do, I'm trying to think if I have anything in here. Let's do desktop. Okay, then we'll ls this, and you said I don't have anything, so we'll do ls-la. You can see just two files here, which is what you see, like file system and trash and stuff up here on the left and home, because I don't have anything on the desktop currently. So alright guys, I think that's enough for this first video to kind of get you guys started. Just kind of rewatch this video and learn kind of the steps to go through and like how to run these commands. This is kind of starting your foundational use for command runs. We're going to build on top of this as the videos go. Like I said, this is going to be a kind of a series for you guys just to learn and get you started and build your foundation good and strong. I would suggest you have a good foundation in networking, as far as like understanding IP addresses, IPv6, how things like TCP and that kind of things work. And then we'll get a little farther into like how to build those together and maybe some scripting and stuff in the future as well. But thank you guys for watching.